Ever have one of those days, where everything is technically fine, but you still feel kind of blah? There's this vague sense of dissatisfaction you just can't shake? Well, let's get into that because the reason for this feeling isn't about what's wrong with your life. It's about what's been right with the human brain for a very, very long time. Yeah, that feeling. It's that low level hum of meh. You're not exactly sad, not really stressed, you're just off. Turns out this is a totally normal human experience. And the craziest part, it's not a bug in our system, it's a feature. And that right there is the key. This feeling of being perpetually a little dissatisfied isn't some modern weakness. It's actually an ancient evolutionary feature, a powerful mechanism that literally helped our species survive and innovate for millions of years. And once you understand it, it can change how you see, well, pretty much everything. So let's start with a really weird paradox of modern life. We live in a world with more comfort and safety than ever before, yet our brains are absolute experts at finding new things to worry about. Why is that? Well, the answer lies in something called problem creep. Think about it like this. As our lives get better and the big, scary threats start to fade away, our standards for what we consider a problem actually change. The goalpost move. Our brains start flagging things we wouldn't have even blinked out before. All of a sudden, slow Wi-Fi or a package that's a day late feels like a legitimate crisis. And this isn't just a theory, it's been proven. Get this, in a fascinating study at Harvard, researchers showed people a bunch of faces, some threatening, some harmless. But here's the twist. They secretly started showing fewer threatening faces. And what happened? Did people relax? Nope. Their brains just expanded the definition of threatening and started labeling neutral faces as dangerous. They literally started seeing threats that weren't even there. And that really gets to the heart of it. Your brain is a threat detection machine. It's its job. So if it can't find a big, obvious threat, like a lion hiding in the bushes, it's going to recalibrate and start flagging smaller stuff, like a weirdly phrased email from your boss, or seeing your friends having fun on social media without you. Okay, so this problem creep is really just one symptom of something much deeper, a core feature of our mental operating system. So let's zoom out and look at the master program running in the background, something called the negativity bias. It's a super simple idea, but man, is it powerful. Bad is just stronger than good. You could have a great day. 10 positive things could happen. But that one critical comment you got, that's the one you'll be replaying in your head as you try to fall asleep. The bad stuff just sticks to us like Velcro, while the good stuff is like Teflon. You see this with reputations all the time, right? It can take years of good deeds to build a reputation for being an honest person. But one lie, that can shatter it in an instant. And on the flip side, if a known liar does one honest thing, well, we don't suddenly start calling them a saint. Our brains give way more weight to that negative information. And this isn't just some little personality quirk. It fundamentally shapes how we see the world, what we notice, what we remember, how we judge people. And the wildest part? It's not something we learn from society. Research shows this bias is baked in deep. It starts to show up when we're just babies. So you gotta ask, if this bias can make us so miserable, why on earth do we have it? Why would evolution ever select for a trait that makes us zoom in on all the bad stuff? Well, to answer that, we have to hop in a mental time machine and go way, way back. And this brings us right to the heart of the whole explanation: evolutionary psychology. The main idea here is that the brain you're using to scroll through your phone and navigate traffic was not designed for this world at all. There's this quote that just nails it perfectly. Our modern skulls house a Stone Age mind. The hardware in our heads is ancient. It was forged in an environment that is almost completely alien to the one we live in today. Here's the best way to think about it. Your mind isn't like one big general-purpose computer. It's more like a Swiss Army knife, packed with all these specialized little tools. And each of those tools was designed by natural selection to solve a very specific problem that our hunter-gatherer ancestors faced over and over again. The psychologist William James pointed this out more than 100 years ago. He basically said that our instincts work so well, so automatically, that it never even occurs to us to question them. We just take them for granted. It's like we're instinct blind. We just assume our reactions are normal, but every single one has a deep evolutionary story behind it. You can kind of see how it works here. There's an ancient problem, like, say, avoiding poisonous animals. That problem creates pressure, which favors a mental program, like be really scared of snakes and spiders.
Over time, that program gets hardwired into the very structure of our brains.
And the timescale here is just mind-boggling. Agriculture, that's only been around for about 10,000 years. The Industrial Revolution, that was a blink of an eye just a couple hundred years ago. For over 99% of human history, we lived a completely different kind of life. And this creates what scientists call the great mismatch. Our brains are exquisitely designed to be rock stars at solving the problems on the left. But the problems we actually deal with every day are the ones on the right. We're running ancient software in a world it was never built for. But here's the big aha moment. That negativity bias, the thing that makes us worry, it wasn't a bug. It was a premium life-saving feature. Think about our ancestors on the savannah. The ones who blissfully ignored a rustle in the grass didn't pass on their genes. The ones who were paranoid, anxious, and jumped at every shadow, they are the ones who survived. We are their descendants. Okay, so we're wired for dissatisfaction. It's an ancient, life-saving legacy. Does that mean we're doomed to be unhappy? Absolutely not. Knowing how the machine works is the first step to learning how to drive it. And this is the final, most powerful idea to take away. That feeling of blahness, that constant hum of dissatisfaction, it's not a stop sign. It's not a signal that your life is broken. It's an engine. It's the rocket fuel for all human progress and improvement. The real question is, what are you going to do with it? So here's a really simple game plan. First, just learn to recognize the voice of your inner Stone Age brain. When it starts worrying, just say, there it is. Second, reframe that feeling of discontent not as a problem, but as energy. It's motivation. And third, use that energy to challenge yourself, to do hard things. That's what shows your ancient brain what you're really capable of.
Because at the end of the day, it comes down to this. You have inherited one of the most sophisticated survival machines in the history of life on Earth. Its primary mission, just keeping you alive, is pretty much taken care of. The real adventure, the real challenge for us now, is deciding what to build with it.